Earlier today, human remains were discovered, consistent with the description of Gabby Petito. Full forensic identification has not been completed to confirm 100% that we found Gabby, but her family has been notified of this discovery. The cause of death has not been determined at this time.
And of course, they don't have a 100% ID yet on Gabby's body. However, you don't normally hear investigators say that we believe it is hers, and the family has been notified. Meanwhile, in Florida, the search for her fiance, Brian Laundrie, continues. He remains a person of interest in what happens and may have answers to what happened to Gabby. Reporter Vanessa Ariza from our affiliate WFTS has the latest on that.
Besides news crews, it has been extremely quiet here at the Laundrie home and in the neighborhood. This as the search continues for Brian. 5 agencies are helping in this search, including the FBI. Now, the area that they are focusing on is the Carlton Reserve. This is a massive area to cover. We are talking close to 25,000 acres. To put that into context, it's a little larger than the city of Clearwater. And this is an area Brian's family says he knows very well. It's about 30 minutes from his home. And his family told authorities he took a backpack and headed that way on Tuesday. That is the last time they say they heard from him. They didn't file a missing persons report or talk with authorities until Friday, 3 days later. At this point, police are treating this as another missing persons case, and police have been very clear in saying that Brian is a person of interest in Gabby's disappearance. We talked to the spokesperson with Northport Police, who says Brian is very familiar with the sprawling preserve.
This is an individual who is used to living off the grid, taking long hikes into undeveloped areas. He's known to go to this area previously, so he knows it pretty well.
And there have been many people asking why there are no legal repercussions that Brian is facing, and that is because authorities say this remains a missing persons case. In Northport, I'm Vanessa Ariza.
All right, let's bring in trial attorneys Ken Kearney. He's in New York, and in Atlanta, Georgia, C.K. Hoffler joins us. Good morning to both of you. Ken, this case has captured the country's attention for many reasons. You have this young couple with their whole life in front of them. Something happens. He shows up with the van back in Florida and has decided not to talk to investigators. Meanwhile, she's been missing, and now the horrible news of her body being found. Assuming this is her body, and again, it's not 100% in terms of the identification, how important is the boyfriend, the fiance, to the overall picture in terms of potential legal action against him? Without his cooperation, so much time has gone by. They now have a body which could have some clues, right, attached to it, but how important is his eventual somewhat cooperation to a potential case, if indeed he has something to do with it?
Well, good morning, Ted. I believe that Brian is definitely needed, and his cooperation is definitely needed in order for individuals to have a better understanding of what happened to the deceased. Well, as of now, we don't know that it is actually her body, but we definitely do know that she is missing. Again, the individual said that Brian is used to living off of the grid. So these are all questionable things that come into play when it's time to get a better understanding of what actually did happen to Gabby.
And CK, her body has been identified. It has not been completely identified. However, it is very rare that you hear the FBI come out and say, we think it's a match. It's just not 100%. We've told the family. So this looks as though it is likely her body. That's going to be important too to this investigation. Any potential clues associated and specifically cause of death will be huge.
First of all, good morning, Ted. Absolutely. The fact that they believe that they have what appears to be her remains is critical. And I agree with you. The FBI and other authorities would not come out and say, we believe that we've identified her remains, because of the emotional impact and the legal impact of such information at this time. So I think it's going to be critical. This is going to be critical evidence. There might be evidence that could tie or link Brian to her demise, to her death, and they could begin to pick up to pieces and find out what happened to her, to tie the story together so they can identify exactly what happened to her, because he's not going to cooperate a lot because he is the main person of interest at this point. But who knows? He's missing right now. I think that's a coincidence, and that's quite eerie, to be very candid. They believe they've discovered her body, and he's all of a sudden missing. That's very odd.
Yeah, that body found in a campground area, a very popular campground, which you can see, the Grand Tetons. It's supposedly a beautiful place. Here is a bit more from that FBI presser. They want anyone who was there to come forward and help. They're looking for answers. Take a listen.
We continue to seek information from anyone who utilized the Spread Creek dispersed camping area between the dates of August 27th and August 30th. Anyone that may have had contact with Gabby or her boyfriend, or who may have seen their vehicle in that area. Please share any new information with the FBI at tips.fbi.gov.
And Cannon, again, the public's help, now that they have the body, that opens up a whole nother investigative tool, because of now they know where she was last, and supposedly, and now they have the option to ask for the public's help, go back, look who was registered at the campground. All of those types of investigative leads will be followed.
Yes. Essentially, at this point, we are talking about someone who went missing literally in the woods. So it's going to be very helpful to have any witness recollection, any camera, any filings that can come to play to assist in understanding exactly what were the circumstances in her being missing, and ultimately, most likely, to her demise.
Yeah, so this story obviously continues to unfold. Brian Laundrie still missing. They're searching an area near his home, a massive amount of open space. And to CK's point earlier, he obviously is comfortable out in the wild. Many people think, oh, maybe he took his own life. A guy like this, there's also the other option that he is out there somewhere and he will be sought.